What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 300 subscribers, of course. We're gonna keep going every day. And in this video, I'm gonna be talking about one particular player, that being John Wall. And we're just gonna look at how great, even though his career was cut short because of injuries, obviously, he was never the same player that he once was. He tried to make a comeback. We obviously saw that wasn't prime John Wall that we were used to. And John Wall is one of the most athletic players in NBA history. I forgot him to add him into that video of Ja Morant, Russell Westbrook, and Derrick Rose. But we're just going to see his stats, and I want to know how y'all feel about John Wall. But in his rookie season, John Wall averaged 16.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. And John Wall being the number one pick, and he lived up to his standards. He lived up to the hype. And he was one of the best young players in basketball. There was a lot of, obviously, that being Derrick Rose's league at that time. Derrick Rose being the next upcoming great point guard. And him being the next traditional or a different point guard that we've ever seen before. And that's what John Wall was. Him, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook changed how athletically or how point guards used to play, because point guards are like, you can see Chris Paul, Tony Parker, they're not as athletic as these point guards, but you showed that you could dominate a game being athletically gifted, and that wasn't really seen before at the point guard position. Well, you have some like Steve Francis, Steve Francis, that's all I would say, in my opinion. But in the 2011-2012 season, John Wall averaged 16.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 8 assists. He kept on this improvement that he was going on, this path that he was going on. In 2012-2013 season, John Wall averaged 18.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, 7.5 assists, and this is when the stats started to improve. And at one point, John Wall was the best point guard in basketball. I don't think a lot of people would say that, but I wouldn't say best. I'd say top 3. I'd give him top 3. In my opinion, one season Kyle Lowry started over him in the All-Star game, and I don't know what the hell was going on. But in the 2013-14 season, his first All-Star game, he averaged 19.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 8.5 assists, almost 9. And John Wall showed that he was one of the best playmakers at the time too, being that he's not really score first. He's looking to get his teammates involved and make them better. And he made Marcin Gortat, I don't know if y'all remember him, he made him look good at the center position. And he got Gortat a contract extension. He got Otto Porter a contract with the Chicago Bulls, not being on the Wizards. He made a lot of people money. But in the 2014-15 season, John Wall averaged 17.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 10 assists, and him cracking the 10 assist mark. I'm pretty sure he led the league in assists one year. But I forgot to mention how good his defense was too. He wasn't just all offense. He was one of the best defensive guards in the league too. And you have to score on him on offense, and you have to defend him. It's a tough task, because he was doing 360s and shit, crossing you. He was doing anything he wanted to at that point. But in the 2014-15 season, John Wall averaged 17.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds. No, that was last year. In the 2015-16 season, he averaged 20 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 10 assists. And this is when Bradley Beal started to break out of his shell. He started to become one of the best shooting guards in the league. I wouldn't say like at the top, but he was emerging, because I don't know if y'all remember young Bradley Beal and him and John Wall duo, but they were tough, because as we all know, Bradley Beal now, he's a bucket getter. Back then, Bradley was just as a bucket getter, and John Wall being his point guard, he was just setting Bradley up for all the buckets he wanted at that point. But we know that duo didn't work out. I wish it did, bro. But in the 2015-16 season, he averaged 19.5 points per game again. No, I already did that. In the 2016-17 season, sorry, I'm messing up so many times. He averaged 23 points per game, 4 rebounds, and basically 11 assists. This being John Wall's best season by far, according to the stats. And this season was his really best chance to win besides last season, but they lost. And it was fun to watch, bro. I just wish that he really had more time to show that why he was one of the best. Obviously, he didn't really have a lot of games left after, because in the next 2 seasons, he only played 41 games and 32 games. He averaged 19.5 points per game, basically 4 rebounds and 9.5 assists. And his last really good season in the 2018-19, he played 32 games, averaged 20.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. But John Wall's accolades, even though they're short, he's a 5-time All-Star from 2014 to 2018. Like I said, that being his last good season. He made All-NBA third team in 2017. He was All Defensive second team in 2015. Just like I said, he was one of the best defenders at the time. And he was All Rookie in 2011. I couldn't remember if he won the Rookie of the Year. Obviously, he didn't. But let's compare him to Derrick Rose, because we all know, or in my opinion, Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer because of the MVP. But it looks like John Wall is on par with Derrick Rose. John Wall played in 4 playoff games, 4 playoff series actually. Derrick Rose played in 8 All-Star games. John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 5-3. Season MVPs, obviously D Rose is the MVP. All-NBA first team, D Rose has it. All-NBA teams, they both have 1. All-Defensive team, John Wall has Derrick Rose. Rookie of the Year, Derrick Rose has John Wall beat 1-zip. And points per game average, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 18.5. Derrick Rose is 17.5. Rebounds per game, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 4-3. Assists per game, John Wall has beat Derrick Rose basically 9 a game to Derrick Rose's 5. Steals per game, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 1.5 to D Rose's 0.7. Total points, D Rose has John Wall beat by 12,573 to John Wall's 12,088. And total rebounds, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 2,704 to Derrick Rose's 2,324. Total assists per game, total assists in general, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 5,735 to Derrick Rose's 3,770. Total steals, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 1,045 to Derrick Rose's 536. Total blocks, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 439 to 243. In total games, Derrick Rose has John Wall beat 723 to 647. Obviously, they were different type of players. And yeah, best seasons, like I said, John Wall's best season was 2017. We're going to be comparing that to D Rose's 2011 season, where Derrick Rose averaged 25, John Wall averaged 23. Rebounds per game, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 5-4. Assists per game, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 10.5 to Derrick Rose's 8. Steals, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 2-1. And blocks per game, John Wall has Derrick Rose beat 1-0.7. But they had different type of games, like I just said. But looking at those stats, John Wall is better than a Hall of Famer. But I want to know what your opinions on John Wall down below. I hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe. I got some videos right here. If you enjoyed this video you just watched, video on the right and video on the left, and click on it.